everyone. Okay, so I just put you guys, we just did our warm up, and I just put you guys each in your groups. So you're all in groups right now. There's three groups, and each of you have six students in your group. Okay, so we've been discussing a lot about how our country is, we're very lucky and blessed to, you know, able to come to school and have a lot of opportunities and resources around. We have a playground, we have drinking fountains, we have a lot of resources. And then also when we go home, I mean, when we play outside, we're able to do a lot of fun outside things. um, in this PE class specifically, can anyone name off some fun games we have learned or have done? Or not even games, just activities. Right? We've done handball, hmm jump rope, kickball, and we just started basketball. You're right. We've done a lot of different sports, we've done a lot of different activities. Um, so, okay, so we can agree that we are lucky to live in a country where we can have opportunities to try different things, play different things, have the equipment to play these fun games and do these fun sports. Now, what about other countries that aren't so privileged? Because there are countries out there that, they don't have a lot of money. Poverty is a huge, huge, huge aspect of that country. Um, there is not a whole lot of resources, and more focusing on the kids there. Just like you guys, I mean, I'm looking at you guys have shoes on, socks, you're fully clothed, you come to school, you have lunch here, you're given a lot of equipment, you have the apparatus, you have the monkey bars, you have all this fun stuff to play with. Now, what I want to know is if a child, like let's say in West Africa, where it's very, very, very a poverty country, um, and kids aren't privileged, what do you think those children do? I just want to know, if they don't have all these things that we have, what do you think they do? Okay, someone suggested hide and seek, which is absolutely a game that's fun here in America. Every kid loves that game. So that's absolutely a fun game that kids could play in other countries. What else could a child play that they don't have money to, buy things to play outside with, but what could they play with? Or what game can they play? Right. Duck, duck, goose. Absolutely. That is also another game that the kids can play because they don't need anything but themselves and just a couple other friends, and then they can play the game. So, a lot of the times in these countries, um, these the children, they are creating these games. They are trying to find out fun ways to have fun outside. And a lot of the times they don't have resources, so they literally use what they have. And that might be rocks, dirt, seeds, tree leaves, sticks, twigs, whatever it is, whatever is outside, whatever is available to them. So that those things end up being their resources in how they have fun. And so today I really want to focus on that. I really want to focus on a game children are playing in a different country, because I think it will show you guys that having fun and, doing a physical activity doesn't necessarily mean you need to have all this fancy schmancy equipment and all this stuff. It's also going to give you an opportunity to be a leader. You're going to have an opportunity to be a timekeeper. And then everyone's going to have an opportunity to be lookers as well. And I'll explain that when we get to the game. So today we're going to play a game, and it origins from West Africa, from the city Ghana. And the name of the game is Ghana Pilolo. Pilolo means time to search. And that will make a lot more sense when we get into the game. So how it works is, okay, so you're each in your groups. Each group is going to have a designated leader, and they're going to have a designated timekeeper. Now, the leader hides the sticks while the other players have their back turned. The timekeeper waits at the finish line. So I'll have a finish line with tape on each group. So each group has their own boundaries where they play their game in. So group 1, group 2, group 3. So the timekeeper waits at the finish line, and the timekeeper is the judge of which player is first. So they're the ones that are gauging who is going to be the winner of this game as they're keeping track of the time. Now, when the leader says Pilolo, Pilolo means time to search. So that gives the indication to the timekeeper to click start the timer. And then the timekeeper watches and to see which player races to the finish line first with their stick. Now, the lookers. So we have the timekeeper, the leader, then there's 4 lookers left over. So the lookers, you guys are trying to find the sticks. So the sticks are going to be hidden within your boundary from your leader. Now, you don't, as a looker, you do not want to have the other lookers see that you found a stick. Meaning, when you find a stick, you don't want to say, I found a stick. You want to sneakily go to the stick, grab the stick, and then run to the finish line. The reason is because the whole point of the game is you're not going to help your friends. You're trying to get the stick to the finish line so you can get the point. Now, when you run to the finish line, you'll put your hand on the leader's shoulder, and then that will indicate to the leader that you earned the point for that game. Now, each student will have an opportunity to be both the timekeeper and the leader. So everyone gets a turn. There is no designated leader for all of the games. It's each game, there's a different one for each game. Okay? So again, I would like to ask you guys a little just to make sure that you guys understand the instructions for this game before I let you guys off to do your own. So who's hiding the sticks? Who's hiding it? Right, the leader. Now, the timekeeper is keeping track of the time, but who? Well, I just gave you guys the answer. Where is the finish line? The finish line is where the timekeeper is. So, right. So, it's important to remember those 2 things. Okay. So now it's your guys' turn to try. I'm going to be walking around making sure you guys are doing it correctly and playing the game right. If you guys have questions, if you guys feel stumped, raise your hand or come get me and I'll come over there and help you guys. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty. Okay. That was great, guys. That was great. Good job. Okay. So, I want to hear your thoughts on the whole experience. So, what did you guys think about the game? Right. It was fun, right? We didn't use anything, right? We didn't use any resources at all. And it was still a fun game. How did you guys feel about being the leader and being a timekeeper? Okay, so some people don't like to be a leader, and that's okay, and some people do. So that's completely normal. Everyone has their preference. Well, awesome. All right, cool. So before we wrap up this lesson, I just want to show you guys a little bit of a clip of some games that um, children do play in West Africa. And it's just really interesting. And obviously, I made a little bit of changes to the game just because um, it was kind of more geared towards more of our our PE class than out in the dirt like they are. But same rules, same concept, and really look at it really makes you value all of the resources we have. So just take a look. It's pretty interesting all the different games that they play. So I'll go ahead and play it here. So this is a game. They're you actually using seeds in this game.
And there is antwetry, literally meaning it was not put behind you. In this game, children squat in a circular fashion, and the moderator carries an object and run around singing. The song is repeated many times as the moderator continues to run. The rule of the game is that the children squatting are not supposed to look back. If a player is so absent-minded that he or she does not realize the object has been put behind them, he gets beaten when the moderator circles around to meet the object still lying behind him. Not to forget Sansan Kroma, the circle.
So this game, they're using rocks as their resource.
Children squat or sit in a circular fashion, each holding one object of the same kind and passing it in a specific beat pattern while singing to its tune.
All right, and this is the game we just played, Pilolo. They are using twigs in their game. All right. And so that was the actual game played in West Africa, in Ghana. And of course, it was a little different, but same concept. And that's it. That's the lesson on Ghana Pilolo. Thank you.